Let's start. It's 12:03. Welcome everybody to the Uptown webinar. We're here with the founders, and basically I'm going to be the moderator. My name is Joel Friedman, and I'm going to ask them questions, and they're just gonna. It's a free talk. I've prepared some of the questions, so let's get started. So tell me about yourself, how you got in the business and a little bit about your background. Let's just start off that way.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Joel. I'll start off here. And my name is JT Saini. I'm one of the founders of Uptown Med Spa. And we actually started this I would say we have our corporate locations for about 10 years now. I've been on the business side of this venture for about, say, 15 years. I have about 20 years of business experience, and yeah, it was just it was a calling. It was something that both of us, my wife Sunny, who's also another founder, and she'll introduce herself, and we just it's a passion that we love to do every day, and it's getting bigger and better, and we want to bring lucky individuals who want to be a part of our Uptown family.
Excellent.
Hi there. Hi everyone. My name is Sunny, and I'm the founder of Uptown Med Spa as well. I'm in the healthcare industry from past say 20 years, and yeah, I'm more passionate about health and wellness and aesthetics. So here we're opening up a franchise now, Uptown franchise.
Excellent, excellent. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your med spa, what you offer, and what's the demand these days? What's in, let's call it.
Yeah, I mean, Joel, it's I think a lot of us have used the service, or at least heard about the services that are trending. I mean, what we do is we do a lot of injectables. We do laser therapies. We do facial treatments. We want to be known for our facial treatments, skincare products. We want to be we
do a lot of wellness services as well, where it comes IV therapy, vitamin injections, so
PRP. So a lot of the trending services we do handle, and we pride ourselves that we take a personal approach to all those services, not just a corporate, in and out style feel.
Great. And what would be the highest demand of all of your services? What would you think would be the highest demand?
Honestly, Joel, we actually do a lot of facials. When I say facials, we do a lot of microneedling. We do the Morpheus 8, which is in trend, but we're very good with skin, and we want to maintain our niche. We want to make sure that people know that we are here for their skincare. We're not just here for weight reduction. We do a whole list of services, but our main stuff that does really well for us and gets people results is they want to see skin transformation. They want to see results. And so facials and anything that is corrects facial skincare works really well for us.
So who would be who would be your target market? Like, what would be, is there an age group, demographics?
Yeah, we do. Our target market is, I mean, it includes both men and women these days. It's not just women like it used to be years ago. Our target demographic, I would say, is about 25 to 65 right now. People who want great skin, people who want more than just, people, it's not about makeup anymore. Now people want skin health, right? It's you can go to the gym for your body, to look great, feel great, but for your skin, which is the biggest organ, I mean, you should be taking care of it more than people actually do. But yeah, I mean, it's that's pretty much it. People who really want to take care of themselves.
Okay. And what would be your value proposition? So you're starting a franchise, you want a franchise. Tell the audience a little bit, what would be your value proposition, from your...
Yeah, I mean, For us, it's cutting edge technology and custom personalization for services. So what that means is every customer is unique. Okay, it doesn't mean that one treatment necessarily doesn't have to work on, the next client. So every client, we customize a plan, we do assessments, we make sure that we know the needs of the customer before we go and recommend something. So, if somebody might need 3 treatments of one service, somebody might need 6. All depends on their needs. And that's what makes us different, and that's why they love us, is because Sunny here has been doing this, and she can explain a little bit more about how she does it. But it's not about just knowing the client's skin, it's about knowing what they need, what they want, and what their, what they want to feel like, what their expectations are.
Yeah, so that's their, basically, when they come in, this is their initial consultation where we set up everything, where we set up what they need. So basically, before getting injectable fillers and Botox, I try to do everything to get to that point. So basically, we give all these services so they can have a better, good-looking skin before they get into injectables, fillers, and Botox.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. And so,
So it all depends. Some people, they need 3 months, some they need 6 months. So we set up their packages accordingly, so that way they can get certain services in every 2 weeks, every 4 months, every 4 weeks. Yeah.
and do you see a lot of, I guess you see a lot of, just adding a lot of customers that will, clients that will start with one, move to another.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. That's how we do it. We don't just want client to come in and get one thing done and then out the door. Basically, we give them a full, detail. We tell them consultation is the biggest thing. We always tell them what they need. And then you just follow up. And some clients, they really love with the one treatment, and then they just buy packages, and then they want to come in every 3 to 4 weeks.
So a good part, I guess, of this business almost leads me into the next question, is that you have a customer that's reoccurring all the time. If you treat them right, give them the
That's
good
right.
service and results, this
That's right.
will stay, for a while. So leads me into, what is your advantage of owning a med spa over another business? Where maybe there's people online that says, listen, I want to get into this cosmetic med health conscious, whether it's a massager or, business or
Yep,
something. What
yep.
would be the advantage of owning a med spa, I think?
Yeah. So, honestly, Joel, it's if you think about it, it's experience and expertise is everything. Why I say that, the more years under your belt in a certain business, you become more professional at it. The more customers you do, we've done over, just in a few years in business, we've done over 10,000 clients. We've done, I don't have an exact number. That'd be great to look at. But we've done so many clients in the sense that we've gotten so much under our belt that it's easy for us to guide a new business owner and take them, take their hand and say, okay, listen, this is what we know. This is how we can help you grow. We're not just shoving some treatments down your throat and saying, here, go ahead and do them. We are here for you. We can experience if a customer has an issue. You can call us, you can ask us, we're in the process of setting up a portal where franchisees can talk to each other. We can discuss problems. So our biggest thing is our experience, professionalism, obviously the cutting edge technology that is in the market. A lot of people can buy technology, not a lot of people have experience in providing their clients with it.
Excellent. I think the next questions that I'm going to get into is more of, people are nervous, when, med spa, oh, I must be a doctor, I need to have some sort of medical, what type of license or certification does the franchisee need?
Yep.
Maybe you can, maybe ease the people's mind.
No problem. So when you say medical spa or medical aesthetic clinic, 99% of the time, it has to be doctor related. When I say doctor related, there has to be a medical director at least who is a doctor. For Botox fillers, for any of those treatments, PRP, injectables, there has to be a nurse on site with a medical director who oversees such treatments. So when you join our franchise, we provide a medical director. We provide the nurse, unless you are those designations yourself. We provide you all of that. The only certification you require is the aesthetics training that we provide, as well as any specific equipment training. So there will be training on, again, this is all provided. There's training on laser equipment, there's training on microneedling equipment, RF equipment. Anything that we carry, we provide training on. It is advisable to have an aesthetic certification. You can go to any one of these schools to get aesthetic certification. It doesn't have to be before you buy the business. You can do this afterwards, or you may choose not to do it at all. It's up to you based on the certification part of it. Here, because the training that we provide covers each and everything that we do. So it's a full system that we provide. It's a turnkey business with the training.
With the training, hands-on training as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just get this straight, because I know someone just put in a question, and I think you did answer. You have to have a doctor. So doctor has to be on site, or has to be available, right? And you will provide a doctor for the franchisee, correct?
That's right.
The franchisor, we will be providing the doctor for the medical director for each and every location under the franchise.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So that answers that question. Then the people that are going to do the treatment, they have to be a nurse. Or
Depending on which treatment.
okay.
So we are also providing a nurse. We're also providing a nurse that does PRPs, injectables, and Botox fillers, those services. So services like facials, laser hair removal, basic microneedling, RF microneedling, weight reduction, those services a medical esthetician does. So you do not need to be certified by any legal standards to do those treatments, as long as you are certified on the equipment that you are using.
Okay, great. And the franchisees will get it trained.
That's correct.
Okay.
The franchise is a nurse and legal.
Yeah, and if you're already a nurse, let's say a nurse would like to open a location, or a doctor, then that gives them a little bit more of an advantage in the sense that they already have that medical training.
Excellent. Okay, so that clears it up, and I think that's a lot of that was very helpful, and I wanted just to go through that again, so everybody online knows that Uptown will take care of a lot of the
Of course.
I guess the medical staffing part of it.
Yes, that's right.
That will relieve some of the pressure, if there is pressure, or
That's right.
Okay, great. Now, what about okay, so we have, now that we understand who we need, what about the two questions is that I'll kind of combine it. What type of insurance we will need, what type of health and safety regulation, all goes hand in hand, because there is like any business liability.
I'll hear that. This is probably the most important question you asked, Joel, because insurance coverage, as we all know, is very important, and just like anything, like a car, your property, any business, you have to have liability insurance. So again, we provide the insurance agent. We have everybody, in the sense that we have the companies that will be doing business with us to provide the insurance. We have those. You need the insurance to protect against malpractice. You need general business liability insurance and property and staff coverage insurance. And so all these insurances are very, very clear and straightforward, and it's all provided through our insurance company, which we will be contracting.
And we're now, like we know, we're a Canadian-based company, and every country has different rules. What about the health and safety?
Right.
Are there any Do inspectors
There's
come?
a whole health and safety plan that the health authority of, depending on which province we're in BC, it's different, Ontario,
Yeah.
and it all depends where you are, but each regulatory authority has the health departments. They come and they do a checkup before you open up. They do their checkup as well. They give you the green light, they give you their certificate, then you can go ahead and open. They in some provinces they'll come in twice a year to check up on the clinics. In some of them, they'll do it once a year. And we have the full health and safety manuals and policies for the company as well, which have to be followed by the franchisee.
Okay, great. So that's great. So we understand the concept, and I understand you have two models. Maybe
Yep.
quickly explain that.
You want to, okay, no problem. So we have two different, I mean, you can call it the traditional model and the specialized model, but what I call it is the full serve and quick serve.
Quick serve, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you want to.
You can go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, so we have the full serve offers a wide range of services. So our whole list of services that we provide, and it caters to various different aesthetic needs. So we can pretty much treat anything that is non-invasive in these clinics. And then you have the full size locations, anywhere from 1,500 to 1,800 square feet. You'll have a larger amount of staff, which means more responsibility, but that also means that you'll be able to push through a lot more volume and a lot more clients.
And it depends if you have a doctor on site, if let's say someone.
So a doctor will be provided at both types of models. The second model is the specialized model, or the quick serve model, as we're calling it. This one it focuses on specific services like laser hair removal and injectables and microneedling, customized facial treatments that are a quick turnaround, faster to do, higher in demand, and also
You need less staff and
less space for those locations.
Great. And so staffing and operations always, I mean, not just your business is it now, how will the franchisees hire in general? Where would they find these type of people? I know you're going to give the high level ones, but all the other people, how are they going to find these type of people?
So initially, once we do provide the training, and we do help hire the staff in the beginning, because obviously we will start our hiring process close to about a month before we do open our first, like, the location itself. We provide the initial training, we help with the hiring of staff, we make sure that the staff is capable to do the services as per standard of the franchise. And ongoing, there's lots of resources such as Indeed or Monster, or wherever you can advertise different areas, just like any other business. And there's also other avenues. There's also like what's it called? What are those, the workspace centers where people post job centers? Yeah. So there's a lot of there's a lot of demand for this. One resource that's worked really well for us in the past is actual schools that do the training.
That's right.
They need a lot of, so when you get graduates, if you want to find great staff, that's a great place to start. Is you keep in touch with all the training schools, and once the graduates train, they contact you, and you can set up an interview and go from there.
So how do you maintain that? I mean, everything is about any business, but especially this business, because you're dealing with the body and everything, and someone's person. How do you keep the high standard of customer service and patient care? How do you make sure?
So we have initial, of course, the initial training, which I already mentioned, but we have ongoing trainings, we have equipment trainings, we have workshops, we have like different safety protocols to maintain the high standards, so that the chances of making a mistake is less, and there's less customer turnover. In sense that, just to give you a little bit of a heads up, one of our locations has the amount of clients that there was one point during COVID where we had to turn away clients we could not take any more clients because the retention was so high. So I mean, it's a good problem to have, but it's also it goes to show that we have such a high retention. Clients want to come back to somewhere where they feel personable, somewhere they feel safe. And we have a lot of protocols, a lot of training, ongoing training. We have suppliers that come in and train regularly, and just to keep up on everything. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about marketing. Where are we getting clients? What type of channels do we use?
Yeah, so obviously social media is at the top of everyone's list these days. But using it correctly, using it efficiently is a whole nother ball game. Anybody can go on Instagram, Facebook, post an ad, but how you post those ads, what you do as promotions, search engine optimization, we're very big on that. And in terms of marketing, we have a marketing company that we deal with that is amazing. We do videos, images, and everything's authentic. We don't like using stuff off of the internet. We don't use any copyrighted, images. Everything we try to do is in-house in terms of creating content. And engaging with customers, online blasts, email marketing, text message marketing, software that we use to keep in touch with our contacts, our customers. We have a whole network for the marketing, and that's one of the key points is because you're so well versed in the marketing, it's an advantage for the franchisees to join.
And do we have what type of, in general, can we get the marketing, we get people or do you have any type of certain promotions that work well that you'd like to carry? Do you have any loyalty programs out there for the clients?
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. We have our it's called a VIP program, which in turn gives customers certain discounts depending on what tier or what level of program they're in. We also are going to be launching a few new retention programs, we're calling them, as more franchisees sign on. And we also, we have referral discounts. We do, introductory specials. We do certain specials that work really well are, around certain days like, Mother's Day or Christmas, or we do get, certificate programs, gift certificate programs. It's but what we see in general is you don't want to heavily discount services. You want to create great quality. So we're not about throwing promotions out there and trying to bring the customer in. We want to retain quality customers. We want the franchise to be about quality.
I totally agree with you. In any business, but especially in this business, it's it's all about the quality. I would say using great injectables and I agree with you. So how do you get client feedback, I guess, and how do you use that to improve your service?
Yeah, well, obviously we do reviews, we take reviews online, but we have our software system that it takes reviews and it sends surveys out to customers. And so that, if there is a problem in-house, or if there is something that the customer wants to bring to the attention of, say, the founders or the owners or the franchisee, whoever it may be, we have a system in place that they can contact them directly. Also, in the survey itself, discuss any good things or bad things that they've experienced.
So let's talk about technology and equipment. I did get a question. I don't want to forget this one. Can you start with a quick serve? Transition into a full service. It goes with the equipment and the technology. That's why I thought I'd bring it up now.
Yeah, it's very important in our initial consultation when we do consult with the potential franchisee, that if they have the intention to move from a a quick serve to a full serve, that we already have the capability size-wise. So we want to make sure that our services and staffing can meet the size of the location. When I say that, a quick serve location will be anywhere from, say, 1,100 to 1,300 square feet versus a 1,500 to 1,800 square feet, giving us more rooms, more area up front to have, higher product sales or whatever it may be. But that's very important. That's a great question. We need to make sure that we know in advance that that is the intention, because if we need to transition from a quick serve to full serve and we don't have the space, it would be, I mean, we can add more treatments, add more staff, but that would create congestion in the location.
Which brings us to what type of medical equipment do we use? What do you need? Because it seems like maybe this is a lot.
We use all CSA, FDA approved devices, depending on where the device is from, the US or Canada or, overseas. Well, most of our equipment is all our lasers, all our skincare technology, microneedling, RF technology. It's all very, very, I would say, high end, in the sense that it's a result given equipment. So we use certain equipment, some names just to shoot off the top. We use Alma lasers for lasers. We use the Morpheus 8. We use InMode for a lot of our Morpheus treatments, for injectables, and for everything is top-notch, high-end equipment.
Great. And this equipment, like anything, you buy a car, next year they have another added feature or something's changed within it. How do we stay in general? This is a generic, not just to equipment. How do you stay updated with the latest advancement in the technology?
So majority of the technology these days is upgradable or updatable, as it said. So the software can be upgraded. The hand pieces on a majority of these larger pieces of equipment they're interchangeable and they're upgradable. So once something new comes out, you can exchange. You can exchange. The base stays the same, but the hand pieces change. So in other words, something new and great comes out, it can be added to the equipment itself.
Okay, which is excellent. So we have the technology, we have all the equipment. What about the back of the house? Meaning, do you have systems in place for scheduling, for bookings? That's very important now. Everything is done. I go to my local gym. I can sign up. I can cancel. I want to go for a tan. I can go all that kind of stuff on there. What do you have all that type of?
Back of the house program is amazing. Not to disclose too much on what it is, but in the sense that it's a great system. It's a internet-based or online-based system, so we don't have to actually keep anything on site. All information for the clients, for the staff, is all kept safe online. There's marketing right off of it, emails, text message marketing. You can book online through the same system. You have your own username portal with it, and our online products are also sold through the same system. And each and every franchisee has their own login, which is maintained, so we can easily see what customers purchase, what they booked, what services they're booking, what's trending. It creates historical data. So we'll know exactly, which service is most popular at a certain location, or which product for that matter, and how much each and every client is spending, what they want, but they haven't put in their cart. We even get that information.
Okay, so that goes back, I was going to say, so you would have a system for billing also. Okay.
That's right.
So with this business, I guess people say, okay, now I know I need what staffing wise, I know how to do the marketing, I know customers will come, clients will come. And then there's some of the stuff that people say, well, what are the risks when it comes to medical emergencies, or there's a complication. You know,
Mm.
a lot of time you hear about these kind of stuffs. How is it handled at your
Yeah,
clinic?
so we have obviously you have to identify any potential risks that we can in advance while training our staff. Anything that we can minimize to minimize those risks, such as contamination or infection, or so that is all done within our training. Once we train the franchisee, we train staff, we help ongoing training. And all the protocols are put in a manual, so we have to make sure we follow all of those. We have to make sure that emergency procedures are kept up monthly, not just you have new staff. Sometimes what we've seen in the past is you have new staff hired and you forget to tell them, okay, these are the protocols. So all of that is a part of the health and safety. The risk management comes under that. What treatments can cause certain type of infection, or if something's not washed correctly. All of that is under risk management. So we do our best to keep up on that, and obviously follow all protocols, but go above and beyond, sanitizers and cleaners, and anything we use is above grade. So it's not just what the government requirements are. It'll be double that. That's I mean, we feel that we've done really well in that sense. If you're talking about plans for unexpected events, like certain things like COVID and things that we all went through recently, but we did really well during COVID. We actually, out in BC, we were only closed for a month, when I know different provinces had up to 4 to 6 months closed. So that just goes to show that skincare is it's only great if the people who are doing it have a passion for it.
And all this safety stuff will be done during the, I guess, the initial training of the franchisee
Absolutely.
staff.
Absolutely, and it'll be ongoing as well. Anything that comes across the franchise will be handed over to each and every owner of the location.
I always find, I've been into some med spas myself. I've used them in the past. They're all clean. They're all spotless. It's amazing when you go in there. It just they're all spotless, and I like the ones I've gone were all bigger ones. And I guess you have to take a lot of pride in your
Mhm.
or in your spa, and I guess it's all about the
Absolutely.
right.
Absolutely. I myself would never step into a I mean, you step in the front door, if it's going to be clean or not. Like you get a sense right there and then. It's before even stepping into the treatment room. I always say, you want to see what a place is doing. Go to the washroom, and you'll figure it out immediately. You'll know what kind of quality, what kind of cleanliness they do. So.
Any stories of customers that have been satisfied, that you're proud of, or just you just give great regular.
Yeah, I mean, Joel, I can win, and I'm sure Sonny, you can sit here and tell many stories. We have stories such as, people not believing that their skin could be, helped. We've had a lot of, young girls, especially, just over their teenage years, and early 20s, and they have a lot of skincare issues. It's all about how you handle the customer. It's all about, you have to talk to them. You have to understand your customer. I mean, that's our biggest strength is that we understand our customer, and we want to help people do the same. We don't want to rush people. We want to make this more of a personable issue, a personable experience for people, right? And we have many great stories, but I don't think we have all the time to talk about them. So.
And so, this was, I'm gonna end. We're almost to 45 minutes. You know, this webinar was more for you know, to talk about the process of what it takes to open one, learn a little bit about you guys. You know, I would say that before we end up with two more questions, is if anybody here, because I'm getting some questions, wants to know a little bit more detailed, would be just to contact me. But I'll give them that at the end. What would be, you know, both of you, if one or the other, what would you think is, again, maybe you've already answered, the main advantage of owning a med spa? Maybe one reason why the audience should own a med spa.
You know what? I would say proven track record of success, and investing in yourself, right? Investing in yourself. You're not investing in just a franchise. You're investing in a very, very high trending, needed field. And I think that you'd be joining a team that has a proven track record, that has industry experience. And above all, it starts from the top, right? As you say, we have a commitment to delivering exceptional services, and we want to make sure that the Uptown brand becomes a big Uptown family that provides the exact same things that we do.
Yeah. And I guess that's the last question is, you know, why should I invest in an Uptown? But it sounds like you kind of, unless you want to add anything else.
Yeah, just you know, we welcome any questions. Where, you know, anyone that contacts you, we'd love to meet with them if they have any further questions beyond what they ask you, and we'll take it from there.
Great, thank you very much. Like I said, if anybody has any you know, questions, let me take a look. I guess I have anything that deals with detailed questions. I think it's something that you should contact me directly. I will be sending an email out with my contact information after this. I get one question that I have is commitment. I guess I'm assuming it's about a time commitment. I think that's important. I mean, this is, you know, what are your general opening hours? You know, what type of commitment franchise you have to give?
Yeah, so commitment is, we do require that the franchisee, the owner, and whoever is being trained as the franchisee stay on site for at least, you know, a year to 2 years. You know, our opening hours are from 9 a.m. to say 8 p.m. You don't have to be there the whole time. You can take turns, but you can have managers, you can set up staff, but your commitment has to be genuine. This is not a business. This is not a side business. You know, we will not approve anybody that wants to make this a side business, because the brand image, the brand family is there has to be commitment to the brand.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so like I said, is if anybody wants more information, they want to know about the two models, they want to know what it's going to cost them, all that stuff. If they want some detailed information, I suggest that, like I said, I will be sending out a email with my contact to all those who've attended. I thank those that all attended. I wanted to cut it to about 45 minutes. I see there's no more questions. Great questions. I kind of, so you know, I blended it into the conversation as we go. We're pouring in. I kind of blended it into the presentation. But thank you very much. It's a sunny day here in Toronto, so enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.